So I'm not sure what that was about. So I'll kind of start that over. So let me say one. A lot of stars has reached out to me for the test, and I even had 2 males to reach out to me for the test. I only want to test the melanated womb man. Somebody could very well be primordial in a male being or other races, but if you are, then that means you didn't make it to your divine self. Although half of them not in divine order, but I only want to test the melanated womb man. I don't want all those energies running through me, because in order for me to do the test, I have to open myself up to beings. I don't want to do that. I'm just opening myself up to everybody like that. And then, you know, it's good that you may want to know, but I need what I want to do with the primordials is raise them so that we can do the work that we have to do. You know what I mean? I don't just feel like just playing with this, testing people, and that's not what I'm doing. I don't even like to put myself in people's place that much, really. So it's just not for everybody, you know. I'm not. But one of the stars asked me, I told her I'd do it live on video, because other people may have the same question. Is there an order that, as Zazovich, is there an order that we should follow? I mean, then you have sons of the mothers too, but they know who they are. I don't have to test you, or I don't even want to try to. I don't know connections with men. I don't let men inside of me. My job. So I'm not going to test men by opening myself up and putting myself into them and doing the whole ritual. I don't want to do that. It feels like a violation to me. But I walk on into my being, the energy of the wide. So it's not for me to do. So maybe I'll figure out another way. I mean, but it seemed pretty. Men, I just say, if you feel like you son of the mother, then be that, you know. I don't know what's going on with the phone today, y'all. But now I understand that those things that they was passing on to me was for the sisterhood, was for the Zazovit. It was for the primordial mothers. So there's definitely a way that we have to follow. The reason, number one, that we follow the ways of some of the things I'm about to name, some of the ways I'm about to name, and we are strong together. Oh, happy spiritual fitness for those participating. In 2 days, what's the day? Thursday? Come Saturday, we would have completed 4 weeks. I'm not sure how y'all feeling, but I promise you, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm seeing a lot of changes in myself. Just stick with it. And a lot of spiritual fitness is for the primordials. Anybody can benefit from spiritual fitness, though. But it's definitely for primordials. There are certain things we should not do. You know how like people say, even melanated people, my blood type say I have to eat because my blood type, for my blood type. They may be absolutely right. Y'all might be right about that. I always thought that was a bunch of bullshit. But you might be absolutely right. Primordials, though, you can't eat flesh. We can't eat flesh. We got to give up fish and all that. can't eat flesh because we are the caregivers of the earth. We have to sacrifice ourselves differently than others. Our blood type do not require us to eat flesh. That's bullshit. And then again, it ain't no flesh left on the planet. That all of that shit is AI meat. That shit, a lot of that shit is 3D printed. It's either 3D printed or human. That's what I call AI meat. So, especially the beef. Primordials, you should not be eating nothing. Nobody should. But I'm telling you, in order for you to come online, you shouldn't be eating any GMO, anything. Like the way that we eat for spiritual fitness is how the primordials need to eat. You definitely need to be partaking in the algae. Oh, how I get over here? You definitely need to be partaking in the algae. Primordials. What I'm telling you is to get you online. No flesh. You could partake in wine, but kosher wine. Not like champagne, none of that. Kosher wine. No moonshine. Kosher wine, and only during times of healing. Get the energy of healing and drink kosher wine. Give your client kosher wine. The Guardians taught me this. It'll open up a doorway in both of you. And I don't mean like a bottle of wine each. I mean like a glass of wine each. Some wine. Primordial, you're a healer. You're healers. So you have to eat the food of healers. Eat the womb to ascend. Eat mostly fruit. Food, this is the food of a primordial. This is what we ate. Anything with seed in the middle and flesh around it. It's what you must eat. If you need to repair it yourself, anything in your flesh, if you need to make repairs, then do a green juice fast or cleanse. Fruits cleanse. Greens rebuild. So if you need to rebuild some things, like I do, like I still have some joint issues, but this is not from, it's not from the way I eat. Anything that I partake in is from during my 51st birthday. I've never had this. I ate a CBD gummy, and I don't know why, but it inflamed all my joints. I don't know what was in that shit, but it inflamed all of my joints, and it's been off and on for the last 5 years. Whatever that was in that gummy, I'd never had one before. I don't smoke weed or nothing, but a friend wanted me to have it for my arrival day, and we got it right from the store. We went in, she got it. I think I ate 1 or 2 of them. I was jumping portals all the way home. Literally jumping portals. It took me an hour to get from the front door to my bedroom. So I don't know what it did to me, but my joints, I could wake up fine after exercise today. By the end of the day, then my joints hurt. Sometimes in my rest, my joints hurt. So like that. Anyway, so if you want to repair yourself, make repairs, and take greens. It should be the only time. Primordials, we really shouldn't eat greens. We didn't. It's the way of the mother. We didn't eat plants. We ate fruit. You never heard, even in their stories, you never heard of Adam and Eve. You didn't hear about them having a steak dinner. They was eating fruit, and fruit trees was talking to them and shit, and snakes. They was eating apples, pomegranates and shit. We didn't have, we didn't eat plants. Like lettuce is a plant. It's not a fruit. It's a plant. It's you know what I mean? Leaves are good. Certain leaves, because leaves, like moringa leaves, leaves fall off the plant, off the tree. It doesn't hurt it. There's certain leaves we can eat. Spinach leaves. And we still don't do that too much because of the cellulose. And I'm noticing a pattern with the primordial, certain things, and they get it before, certain things that we eat, how we are affected all alike. So yes, with the way of the mother, no, we should eat greens when you're doing a healing. So like a 3-day juice fast, you know what I mean? And you're using still your fruits, like your green apples, your cucumbers, fruit. But you can add some root in that, like ginger, beet, but then do greens. Go heavy on the greens, like you can do spinach leaves. They don't make a lot of juice though. You use a lot of it. Spinach leaves, kale. That's to repair you. Do a 3-day juice cleanse, like drink juice and eat fruit only in juice for 3 days to make repairs in your body. Get yourself stronger. I'm about to do one myself on top of my fasting that I'm doing. There is a code of ethics. There's just, just stuff we didn't do. It wasn't even available to do it. We didn't do breads. We didn't do processed foods. Every primordial should know the herb. She should know the herb. She should grow the herb. Primordials, you should work with the earth. Grow food, even if it's in your house. Grow plants and get to know plants. Get to talk to them. Know their reaction to your voice. Know when they need nutrients. Know, you know what I mean? If you could plant into the ground, be even better, because in flower pots like I have, but in pots, they run out of nutrient fast because it rinses right out when you water them. You have to add extra soil and stuff like that. So, but get to know and start planting. Primordials, you need to know the waters of the earth. Spend time with water. Primordials should absolutely be underwater programs. Let it reprogram you and heal you. Let it help you with your awakening. Like Zazove Ceka Showa is putting out a video soon. Her video will be up. Like how the water program removes certain traumas. I'm telling you, I say it all the time, it's so much easier than shadow work. Like the total healing packet that I did. Zazove should have that packet. Know those herbs. Know nutrition from A to Z. Study that. There's a lot of information in one place for you. What I didn't do heavy in there, I did touch into music, tones and vibration, but then I became a sound healer after I wrote the healing packet. So I'm writing in addition to the healing packet. But I literally have one left for sale anyway, so I'm not promoting it like that because I have one left. We're remaking orders now. I have to order more, sell out kind of fast. But like I wrote the documentary for the SisStars. If my SisStars in the hood, that's where I need to be. But it's more so than, you know how we said, like, come on, baby. Oh, come on, you by yourself. He's so scared in the car. Come on, Look, y'all. Look at Ceka. Look at you coming all out your clothes. In there by yourself. No, baby. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Y'all, this fire, y'all. Mary's son. Hold on. Look at him. Okay. Great. Here, put this here. Let me put this here so you don't fall. And let me get your blankie. Come on. It's okay. You in there by yourself? Where's your pamper? How you get your pamper off? Here, come on. There go Papa. There go Papa. You and your son? Like, a lot of people used to say, well, you try to separate us because you do your teachings to women and not women and men. No, that's not my job. My job is to wake her up, because I know if I wake her up, she'll wake him up. She's the mother of civilization. She'll wake up her children. I'm guiding the portals that's allowing these beings through, you see? But even more so than that now, if the primordials, it's the primordials that's the mother of civilization, not all black women. And that's the truth. Not all black women are the mothers of civilization. It's the primordials. It's the women of the Amazon. It's the wild women, wise women, the medicine women of the forest. It's the ones they called witches because of her power. It's the ones they hunted for 300 years. They didn't hunt every black woman. They'll show you Caucasian women. It's black women. True history will show you that it was black women. It was black women with the first Civil War. And John Paul, I think the fourth, the first pope, who couldn't heal the soldiers. So they got shot in the leg. They cut the leg off. No anesthesia, no nothing. They barbarics. How you say the word? Barbaric. Yeah. It feels funny like that. Barbaric. Anyway, they would chop a leg completely off. And the black slave women was like, what wrong with you people? Why are you doing that? And they was like, no, that's not what you do. And they would go to the earth. These are the primordials. The primordials, by this time, the seeds of the primordials. They probably had mixed in with men at that time. But mind you, when men came in and enslaved the primordials. So they was like, nah, what are you doing? So they would go to the earth. And they would mix herbs and make salves, you know what I mean, and numb the leg and remove the bullet and stuff like that. So then after the war was over, the Pope ordered all of those women killed because they made Christianity look bad. Of course, they burnt them at the stake. The medieval torture chambers was made for black women. You see the original photos, those women in there were black. They wasn't Caucasian. The witch trials and witch hunts started with us. So they would put them like in those stand-up things like a coffin, but inside were nails. So when they shut it, it's puncturing her flesh. They would tie boulders around us. And if we were of God, we wouldn't sink. But if we were of the devil, they got chains and boulders on us while we're alive and throw us in lakes. I never understood. I just don't understand. And I'm asking to be shown this. Why? We were so powerful. Why did we allow this? Why did we fear them? Because I just see if we came online today, we doing some damage. Even if it's some hit and run type shit, we be doing some damage until we have control. If we have, you know what I mean? It's just magic against magic. So anyway, not only was the primordial taken out, she was erased. They don't even acknowledge us. You see how it's, when it start coming through, the black woman is God. The black woman is God. How those people start erasing them. They go crazy, like when they get real big. Like some of the brothers out there was teaching that. Anybody that was teaching that is gone now. Or gone crazy. Why? Or just completely stopped. Our history's been completely erased. They lie about history. Why don't they talk about the time before the continental drift? Because that was the way of the mother on the earth then. That was the time of the mother. She drifted the continents. She was a part of that separation. Why don't they talk about it? I mean, you have the cuneiform tablets. You have stone tablets on earth. Clay tablets. That's as old as the damn earth. They will talk about star beings. Beings coming from, like, they'll tell you the story of the Anunnaki. That's not the story of the primordials. You have Anunnaki that's in contact with primordials, though. That help primordials. You have all these stories. They'll give you the story of Adam and Eve and all this fake shit, which is, you know, the true story is about Adam and Eve. It's about the Anunnaki, right? And them cloning and doing what they was doing. Why don't they tell a time before that on the earth, though? Why don't they talk about it? Why don't they talk about the bones of the cell that's 35,000 BCE? Where it was the way of the mother and women, where women created math, mother. Why don't they talk about that? They have evidence and they have relics of bones that's 35,000 BCE, where women was keeping a record on bones. She was the first math, she was the first calendar. And she was showing her correlation, the correlation with her menstrual cycle and the moon. Why don't they talk about that? Because then you got to go, not to the day of the witch, you have to go past the day of the witches. We were never witches. That's their shit. That's them mimicking us. We way beyond that. We older than that. Why don't you talk about when prophets came into the way of the mother? How they stole the way of the mother. How all your fucking stories is about killing the great mother. Because that's what it's about. I told y'all the other day about the story about anything you hear about dragons and the great night. That night is killing the primordials. We were Tiamat. Tiamat is a dragon. The earth itself was represented by a dragon. It was an all-female planet at one point. Won't they talk about that? Because they're afraid of their energy coming back. But it's coming back on its own. How many of you have received the apple that's already pregnant? Meaning, men don't have the seed. The apple got its own seed. All females got their own seed. Men don't carry no seed in they sack. When you talk about my ovaries and they hold what inside? An egg. An egg is a seed. Egg and a seed is the same thing. A seed is in the plant kingdom. An egg is in the other kind of living kingdom. What is that called? Not organic, because they're organic too. Flesh. We have eggs just like chickens. But the egg grow in us, it's the sack. The chicken egg is a sack. It's the same thing. It hardens with air. When a chicken sack come out, it's not hard. It's soft. It gotta harden. Our mothers carried the sac, the amniotic fluid, the amniotic sac. That's the egg with the baby inside of it. That's an egg. Look up any egg. It's a sac with a living thing in it. We were born in eggs. Some of you just like, what? The first time you heard that, right? It was still like that. That's what the hell it is, an egg. When you talk about these things, they'll teach you, like I say, about the guardians and the Adam and Eves and all that shit. But they don't teach you about the way of the primordial, the women of the Amazon. Why they don't talk about them much? Where these women come from? Where these women and these little girls come from? Why there was no men there? How are they procreating? Where did the little girls come from? Oh, why don't they talk about the island of seagulls right now? There's an island right now, look it up, of seagulls. There's no male birds on the island. And these birds are reproducing on their own through the process of parthenogenesis. Why don't they talk about parthenogenesis? Why don't they talk about my egg comes with a polar body? And the polar body also has 23 chromosomes. And that's parthenogenesis. Because if you could fuse that egg, like we would do through chant and the radiation from the sun and the moon, and we would chant and through vibration and tone, infuse that polar body back into the egg, you would have a baby. It would have all of your chromosomes and look just like you. Why don't they talk about that? Because that's the last thing they want in this war. Because where y'all think it's a war of food and a war of money, it's always been a gender war. I keep telling y'all that. You in one huge gender war. You in a war of the great mother and the great father. So y'all done got to the point where y'all want to mix them. Well, there's a great mother and a great father. It's fucking not. No, it's not. Just like when it was the great father, it was the great father. But now that it's time for the mother, okay, it's mother and father. No, it's not. That's the problem. There are male beings out there in the universe. Different stuff. They got different chromosomes. Some of them got triple X and a Y, or we got 2 X's and a Y. So all kinds of shit out there. I'm talking about what's going on our planet. I'm talking about what's happening right here. Those things wanted to mate with the primordials. And the way of the Father has killed our planet. The way of the male beings, patriarchy, has killed our planet. The more masculine this planet becomes, the more it dies. There was a time on the planet, you know, there were no deserts. Arizona was not a desert at one time. When you driving through here, you could see the water erosion. It was full. It was flourishes. It was an oasis. Special place. Grass grow in the desert. I know I've been in the desert now for 12, 13 years. And I wondered what it was. Why it's always why the desert don't grow. It does. Since you put water on it, it grow green. Just like that. You can water this right now. If it rains weekend, in 2 days, green gonna pop up. If it don't rain again, then it's gonna kill it. So the difference in like the West Coast and East Coast, not even the West Coast. If you go far West California, there's some desert, but there's some green. Like it don't rain in Southern California. You got desert look. The further you go toward east, you get rain. We don't get rain. We get rain a season. During that season, it's green. We're coming out of the season now. We left monsoon a month ago. See the green? But now it's starting to turn back to because the sun is drying it up. Y'all see that? See all the green bushes though? Just a month ago, all of this was green. You still got some green left on the ground here. That's just water. You add water to the desert, it grows. You okay? Y'all playing or what? What's going on? This is patriarchy. The way of the mother, she grow life. We grow life. We are life. She touched trees and make them grow. They don't want us to know that. They don't want us to remember that we talk to trees. And even now, in ways that I see my SisStars into that, it's still really patriarchal. She still hasn't let go yet because she doesn't know how. The example hasn't come. She has no example of that, so everybody's doing the best they can, you know? So yes to the SisStar who asked the question, there is a way that the primordials are instructions. We have a way that we must live. And we have to give up a lot of patriarchy. And I mean, even my gay sisters, or whatever you want to call yourself, y'all got to put the strap-ups down. That's not the way of the mother. When we came together in Ugaration, it was not like that. It had nothing to do with that. Y'all mimicking men. Y'all buying toys and you mimicking men. And if your woman want that, then she should just have a man. But they can do what they want to do, because then you have daughters of men. That's what they do. That's not what we do. We don't have to. When we copulate, our shit is so powerful. You can use energy and it feels just like that. It feels just like a phallus. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you from experience. I'm not making this shit up. You don't need that. And you go higher, but you're bringing yourself down. You're lowering your vibration. You know, even when you the way you move, when you sit there moving and humping like a man, it's very unnatural movement. You're lowering your vibrations, but that's what we learn in this society, male or female. So when women got together, they thought one got to be the boy and somebody got to be something. No, you don't. I mean, but for daughters of men, maybe. Not for primordials, that's what I'm talking about. My responsibility is to the primordial, and I'm telling you, no, that's not what you're supposed to do. That's what y'all doing, though, because it's what you learned. What you covering? That's what you learned. That's okay, but it's time to unlearn that shit. If there's sacrifices you're going to have to make it back to your proper status, to your vibration. You're in a whole different vibration. I know I've been with primordials and I've been with children of men, daughters of men. It's a different vibe. It's a whole different level of power. I've been with some powerful spiritual SisStars. That's the daughters of men. I've been some powerful SisStars. That's primordials. Completely different energy. Completely different powers. I just never really separated them before. But the Guardians had a talk with me a week ago. And it changed me. It changed me. And it made me more responsible to my kind. And I'll say it again, primordial, you have a great work to do. Y'all have to come out the woodworks, for real. You have to come out of the world. It's time. Y'all gotta come out. Time for you to make some sacrifices. It's time for you to stop. For us to stop partaking in their food. If we gather, we'll be stronger together. But we can't partake in their food. We have to grow our food. We do what we can till we get what we can. But certain things we just got to put down. So that we can grow. This will benefit all men. But right now I'm talking to the mothers of civilization. The primordial mothers, black people, came from you. But some of them aren't you. They might have your blood running through their veins, but they're not you. They have become, some of your daughters have become children of men. Some of them are stuck on men. There's no pulling them away from men, and that's where they belong. But then there's some thoroughbreds. And that's just what it is. That's the truth. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. It's just the truth. Men is going to stifle you, primordial. You can choose that if you like. Of course, you can do whatever you want, but it's going to stifle you. You shouldn't be entered into. You shouldn't be penetrated. You should have no phallus in you. You should have no dildo in you. None of that. You should love her. Only her. No transsexual, none of that. Love her. Another primordial. In exchange, eugeration. If you and your lover are primordials, you feel like y'all are primordials, do the test. And if y'all are, then I'll teach you eugeration. I don't mean by touching you. I don't like people on me anyway, but I'll guide you through it with your partner. What eugeration is. A lot of people reach out to me about eugeration to teach them that. There's no way in hell. I'm not teaching daughters of men or men eugeration. No. But there's other things y'all can do, and you'll see it's way more powerful. And if you use your fingers or whatever like that for penetration, that's just a perk. Because I could show you where you could be in a situation with your peoples. You fucking be there for 3 hours and don't even know it's been that long. You will zoot the fuck right on out of here. But you gotta let go. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'll be talking and there be people in the chat. Like women that I've been with a long time, they be like, she's not lying, we levitated, we floated across the room and shit like that. It's real. It's real. But I can't do it with daughters of men. Can only do it with a primordial. I didn't know what that was at first. I get it now. Hold up my eye. Isn't Mary's son so cute, Scarlett? Isn't he so cute? He the little one, his name's Ceka, but his name Fire. I'm the only one who call him my name, but that's Fire to everybody else, to y'all. And he's the smallest. Like, that's why I brought him with me, because he bad as hell. That's why we named him Fire. He is so bad. And he think he bigger than what he is. So everybody is double his size. And he be fighting 3 of them at a time. All day long, I hear him scream. Because somebody that got sick of his ass and got him by the tail. And they be like I got this leg. They be like they trying to rip him apart. And he be screaming. But he's so bad, because after he's screaming, I stop it. He'll sit back and watch them all. And he'll do something like, it's so funny. He make this sound like, he'll be watching and go, and run across the room and attack one of them again, whoever it was that was hurting him. And there he go again in a 3-way fight. I was like, he got to go with us. This little dog is special. Like, I be laughing so hard when he do that. Like, oh my God. And I keep forgetting to tell you that, Cap. I keep forgetting to tell you that he do that. Like, so even when we sit in the living room, you hear that sound, that's him running across. Like, I think that's when he take the must up his strength or some shit. These water program babies, though, they off the chain. All of them super smart. They all potty. It's my blessing, because, geez, they look for the puppy pad. It's a hit and miss a little bit. You know what I mean? They be peeing half on and half off. But yeah. So it's a whole other side of life that has not been explored. It's not being explored on this planet. They don't talk much about us. They don't talk much about the Amazonians. But we're here. Like all of you women from back in the day, when y'all was with your husbands, but y'all used to call me and want me to share energy with you. And that energy exchange we would do, you primordial. You know, but we came here and we in this world, we came down in the world had already had a setup. So the parents that we had was teaching us that we had to be with men, or we're going to go to hell, or you are not LGBTQ, or you're not of that. That's not, you're not a lesbian. That's the daughters of men. And there's some of you that hear what I'm saying and be like, oh, you know, let me put this strap on down. You know what I mean? And stop wearing that shit in your pants like you got something. You come on back to the fold. Some of you like, nah, this is a daughter of men. Go on about your business. You know, do your thing. I ain't mad at you. But you're not one of us. Is what I'm saying. We're not one of you. Y'all, whoever's the Zazovit that's there, and you're in that, but you know you belong. Get out. You're still with men. You're either acting like a man or receiving from a girl acting like a man. So you still want to receive that. That's go on now. Or you got to let that go. That's not where we belong. It's not who we are. And it's stripping you of your power. So that's why they don't talk about the Amazons. They don't want the Amazons to wake up. They don't want the Amazons to wake up. But she will. And we have work to do. And it's not that we're separate from the people. The whole point is we're here to help the people. Like I said yesterday, though, I think it was yesterday, but there are different kinds. It's the second traffic jam of the day. There are different kinds of people on this planet. There are all kinds. All kind of mixed beings with celestial beings. When I say that, I just mean see the universe as a road. Like, we got streets down here. I want to go visit somebody in Texas. This is the same shit. Different countries, like different planets. It's just a highway. It's just a highway. It's many places to go, many beings that come and see the earth, but they hide all of this from us. You see it come through. We have much knowledge on this planet, but it's hidden, hide. Everything is a goddamn secret. We got a teaching secret. We done gave them so much power over us. All everybody got to do is just stop and become spiritual. Stop working for them. Stop having credit with them, like having bills and buy a car and it take you 30 years. Sacrificing one household. People just come together. But people too selfish. Everybody want I. All everybody got to do is stop. Get on a spiritual journey. Start grouping up in at least 8. Let 2 people work for that household, and everybody else. You better let me over too. Stop acting like that. Thank you. I'm going to take it anyway. Have people group up. If you have to, let 2 people work in the field. Even let them until you get the business model for your group together. And then y'all make your own money. You feel me? And everybody get on, and people just start dropping out the system. Just start dropping out in droves. Just start tribing up. Like Zazo. We are already few anyway, but it's enough of us. We have to tribe up, and everybody do their part. There's so many things we could do. I don't care if they do torch the sky. It's with enough hands you could build underground greenhouses where half the greenhouse in the ground, the other half on top. You cover that shit, climate control it, and grow your food where it's not getting contaminated. Put it under water programs where it's not getting contaminated. You see what water programs do to the plant? Now imagine we plant our gardens under water programs and create our own atmosphere in greenhouses. See? Can't take the babies out. It's time for a new thought pattern down here. They just strip people food. And I'm coming with what I told you I was coming with. I have to, things you just gotta, I gotta put in order. All next week I'll be working on that. To get these energy bits and stuff to people, but look what they just did with the food stamps. Then the judge ordered give it to him. Then he give it, I'm gonna give it to him. Then never mind, we're not gonna give it to him. Then you know what, only give him half. Then who the fuck is paying who lives like that? Fuck them. Fuck them. And then you know people still talking about they waiting for their money to do Thanksgiving. What? Still supporting them. Like a glutton for punishment. Fuck a Thanksgiving and a Christmas. But they go in one ear right out the other. No, it's time to gather. For those who's just spiritual, it's time to start gathering with like-minded people and shut the fuck up about it. Just shut up. We talk too much. Like that one, I don't know his name. One of y'all, some of y'all might know who I'm talking about. The black man in Texas. His name. Damn, it's right here on the tip of my tongue. But the black man in Texas, how he gonna get land, everybody can come down, he gonna give him a piece of land. Y'all know what I'm talking about? He done spoke. I told him to get off the internet with that shit. You can start talking to people one-on-one as they come through with certain things you can say. Waking up the primordial, but then when they come, you can tell them what we're doing. You gotta be doing all that. Not today, not with the algorithm, not with the bots watching shit. You need to shut up. We've been needed to though. And just do what you gotta do. Do it. That's why the shit won't be televised. Be quiet. You're giving, just like van life is going downhill. Van life is going down. You know why? Because there's a million videos out about van life. How they're beating the system. So now they're making it illegal to be homeless. And they call van life homeless. Y'all talk too much. Gotta tell everything. You tell them how you shower. Tell them the places that you sleep. So now they're looking in Planet Fitness parking lot for people in the cars. Because Planet Fitness open all night. Well, fuck yourself. Because you gotta tell everything. Now you gotta sneak and do it. All over the place. They're making it homeless. I mean, illegal to be homeless. Trump did that. It's illegal all over the country to be homeless. Van life is considered homeless. Even if that's your choice. If you got money to sustain a lifestyle, they consider it homeless. And they clamping down more and more and more, especially in the cities. And there's ways to do that too. People just shut up. Just shut up and do it. There's ways to do it. And then in some states, and it happened in this state too, in Phoenix, if they catch people sleeping in their van, then they gotta go to court and all this shit. They gotta prove, not in this county, but in certain counties, you gotta prove that you it's all over the country, that you don't live in it. You got 72 hours to prove that you got somewhere else to live. All this shit. Whether it's a hotel or something, you better prove that you're somewhere else, or they will take your van and auction it. The fuck that got to do with you? That's how much the control, though, they're implementing it. People better start tribing up. You got too many people who just want to be by themselves. You got too many people who want to be the one, and people don't know how to come together. They come together and it's just a mess. It's just a big ass mess. I always thought about writing a blueprint for that, but people don't give us. People like, they call themselves spiritual, but they don't really know what that means. They don't understand it. So you come here in this time to help restore order. But they got you so fucked up. Another thing, my whole life I could feel my SisStars out there. But I didn't realize I was feeling the primordials. I thought it was just all black women, but it's not. Some of them bitches don't like me, and I don't like them either. I thought that they can't stand me. Some stars out there with platforms, they can't stand me. And I never got them. Like, I love them because they're not me. They're not my kind. And I get that now. I could feel my SisStars, but the connection is fading a little bit. They tearing y'all ass up. With the trails in the sky, with the food, the damn water, everything. With everything, they tearing y'all up. And your lights are dimming more and more, and I could feel it. Oh wow. That's why they told me to do the detach. Go on the ground and detach from y'all, the people that I've even connected with. But anyway, y'all gotta, it's a distance I feel. Y'all not as strong as it was before. Just a couple years ago. It's fading more and more, and I be wondering, what is it? What is it? They got y'all. Y'all gotta wake up. You gotta shut your flesh down. You gotta stop feeding the flesh what they want you to feed the flesh, because that's what's holding you. That's what's keeping you in prison. You gotta watch the places you go, the people you hang out with, all of that. You can't do what everybody else do. You can't go to the Thanksgiving dinner. You can't participate. You can't be in those energies. It's weakening you. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be without. Y'all better get it together. Then you don't want this life. You don't want this spiritual life. You don't want that fight. You don't want to be in a fight. You're not a warrior. You're not. You have to make some sacrifices in this. Primordials, you are responsible for the earth. You come from the, you have to go back to the earth. Do the gathering of souls ritual. Go to the trees. Remember, Go to the waters. Study the waters. Study the planet. Study the herbs and plants. And if you sit in nature long enough, you can hear it. You can study by meditation. And don't be making shit up. People got this new shit, like, just think you can say anything just because that you hear deep shit. There's so much going on in the world. People just making shit up. It's not real. Shut up. You're lying. Just shut up and do the right thing. Ain't nothing told you shit. You just made that up. Your aura be spelling lie. Liar, liar. You lying. All of that is bad vibration. Lying. All of that's bad vibration is holding you. It's keeping you where you are. Keeping you right there. You need to empty your cup. If you want to know, Zazova, if you want to know, like, you've been to a lot of places. You've been through a lot of different modalities, but it's something missing. You're probably a primordial. Go to nature and let it fill your cup. Go sit in meditation for a long time. A lot of us go out there and walk 20 minutes and you're barefoot. You think you did something. No, go sit out there for an hour. Sit and listen. Sit and make the connection. Put your back on the trees. You can stand up, put your back on the trees, your feet on the ground, and hold the tree this way from behind you. And allow that connection and that flow to happen through you. It's about time for a ceremony in my life, I tell you. It's a lot going on, y'all. She has to wake up. And some of you never heard the call before. You never heard somebody say some of the things I've said. Like, oh yeah, that shit is real. I feel like that. Then you need to check yourself, check into it. Because you've been on the wrong path. Obviously, you've been on the right path because you're hearing the right thing now. But that somehow they still trick us to the way of patriarchy. Oh shit. You've been on the wrong path. It's time for you to get on your path. And you have a huge job to do if you are in the Amazons. If you came back here. In this time, you have to make corrections. If you definitely primordial, get DNA Revolution and Total Healing 3.0, and you play it all the time in your space. You focus in and meditate on it, and just have it playing. Let it play at night put speaker in your room, let it play at night. Let it play in your house over your food. Y'all gotta wake up. The water programs will help. I heard somebody say the other day, like, we gotta get all this sound healing going on and we gotta get away from those tones and go back to natural tones. No. The solfeggios are natural tones. It came from natural tones. It came from the didgeridoo. The solfeggios are is 9. These are, first it was 7. Now it's the 9 tones of creation. Tones created life, and they've learned how to put it in an instrument. Is it here? Is it here? No. Put it in an instrument where you can hear just the pure sine wave, the pure tone. If you're going to partake in the tones, partake in the solfeggios. For sure. Natural instruments, tones, drums, flutes, even tuning forks are good. I told y'all before, those symbols on those churches, it goes to each organ of your body, and those tones heal. That's it. Oh. Yes. I feel the primordial so distant though. Like y'all coming through, but it's not strong. And then a lot of you that I'm meeting, a lot of the primordials that I'm meeting is so weak. Hold on. I think it's this street. Is the post office up this street? Huh? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yes, right. Right.
Okay, that's what I just said. That's what I just said. A lot of y'all under different kinds of drugs. Meat affects you differently. Oh, it's right here. I'm going crazy. We need you, SisStars. We run out of time. No, I don't want to go over here. I can't see y'all. Alright, we're going to go right here, okay? You don't want to hear what we're wearing? Okay, where the baby at? You alright? You got your daddy shirt on? Yeah, say hi. Hold on, okay, hold on. Say hold up. He's so little. Don't let the shirt fool. He's so little. Like your dad. He's just gonna be little, right? You go, mommy? Go ahead. Come on. Yeah, go, mommy. All right, yeah, I gotta go. I'm gonna run this post office real quick. Y'all hear me though? So that's the answer to SisStar's question. It's an absolute order. It's an order to everything. But if you want to wake up as a Zazove, just follow the instructions of this video. The things I've said. And there's so much more. But start there, especially with what you intake. And then once you put your focus on it, once you put your focus on what you are, the primordials, the answers will start to come also. You know, you've been, like, things been trying to come through to you, but you've been afraid of what you're seeing. You don't understand what you're seeing, you know, the whole nine. So you've been in denial. Where's your pamper at? Ceka. Where your pamper, Ceka? Y'all see his beard? Look how his beard goes. Come here, Ceka. Come on. Come on, baby. I can't get you. I'll get you by your shirt. Oh, no, there goes your shirt. Come on. Yeah. Come on. I got you. The shirt, the pamper shirt. I'm at a war. Look at his beard. How his beard grows. You haven't been focusing on who you are, so the things that's trying to come through, like some of the nature spirits, you calling them demons and stuff, they just trying to wake you up. You scared? Just relax, okay? He's still scared of the car. Where's your paper, boy? Where paper at? So you haven't Mary, where's his paper? You know where's that? Oh, you looking at me like that because you hungry, aren't you? You know what? I don't give a shit about no pamper. That's why you looking at me like that? You hungry? Okay, we about to go. We almost. You gonna stay here with mommy? Huh, Ceka? Come on. Take care of the baby. Give me, take your baby. Where's his paper at? I have no idea. So, yeah, y'all. Just start focusing on what you are, and then you'll begin to get answers on that. The things coming through start to make more sense. You know? On that note, y'all, I gotta go. Hold on, kiss lost to us. See y'all soon.